All right, so how's everybody doing? So I'm just going to jump right into this. Kyle and I had planned on we were going to do a video featuring there's some gifts that y'all sent us. Um, Kyle got hung up on a phone call with Grace, his girlfriend, not girlfriend, but girlfriend. And so rather than rush him off, I'm just going to do this part of the video here by myself today, and then we'll open up the packages tomorrow. Sorry, Dana. Sorry, Tom. I really meant to do it today. I got some good stuff waiting. I'm waiting to open up the packages, but I got to wait for Kyle to be ready too. Now, this video here is going to tell you, as I can't get my hat always looks crooked. Whatever. This video was about what happened to 24 hours after Fluffy passed. Now, normally this would be an uneventful, sad time. The sad part, yes. The sad part, yes. Now, Fluffy passed Wednesday, 12:48, and so Thursday was supposed to be the first 24-hour period that I would have without having to care for a dog. So waking up, no dog, going to bed, no dog. But that didn't happen until Saturday. So strap in. No, it was not a pet cemetery thing. Fluffy did not come back. He did not rise out of the grave. So I wake up Thursday morning and I go out to their graves here on the property, and I'm going to start the whole crying thing. I was just going to start with all of the crap, right? And basically, Fluffy told me, I don't want to hear your shit. Go fishing. That's what he told me. So that's what I did. Okay. So I went fishing. And I hadn't been there 10 minutes, 5 minutes, more like 5 minutes. And all of a sudden, and some of you are going to know, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden in the distance, I hear bark, 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 bark. I'm like, no way. And sure enough, I waited my 3 or 4 minutes for the dog and the guy in the truck to drive all the way, heard him drive past the house, and here he goes pulling up to the river. Now, for those of you who do not know, Fluffy had a friend, and this friend for 8 years his owner would drive him to the river too. And the dog is a Chesapeake Bay retriever, and he rides in the back of the pickup truck. And so the dog drives in the back of the pickup truck, and you can hear him barking and barking and barking from miles and miles and miles away. And Fluffy would hear him. And so Fluffy and him would go back and forth barking. And of course, one of the last videos that we have of Fluffy is of him barking at what we were just calling the river dog. I had never met him. We had never crossed paths. We never ended up at the river at the same time, except for one time when I was getting ready to leave and he was pulling in, and I had talked to the gentleman for a little while. Turns out the dog's name is Gunner. And I caught the gentleman's name, but of course I have forgotten it by now because of what happened later on in the afternoon. But I walked out of the water and, I stopped fishing and started talking to him and petting Gunner and everything like that. And it was just very surreal. It was very surreal to be expecting to go to the river. I'm going to be by myself, and I'm finally by myself. And then the dog, Gunner's just there playing and everything. And it was just a bit of a realization that life goes on. Okay. Then the afternoon came. Y'all aren't going to believe this. So, took a nap, washed my movie with Kyle, and I figured, I'm going to go fishing again. I haven't been out on the kayak in a long, long time at this point. So, I went down there, and I put the kayak in the water, and it's July. Now, July down here is a tourist haven, so to speak. So I usually don't go down there in July because there's a lot of people. There was at least 4, if not 5 other cars all putting in their boats, jet skis. And I'm pulling out my kayak, and there is a dog wandering around, black poodle. He's muddy as hell. He's been in the water, he's been in the mud, and he's just walking up and greeting everybody. And so I figured one of the fishermen's got his dog here. And so I went about my way fishing. Had a good day. Had a good day. A lot of crying, a lot of fishing. So 2 hours, 2.5 hours later, it's starting to get dusk. I paddled in. And what I noticed was two things. I noticed everybody had gone. The cars and the trailers, everybody was gone. It was just me and the dog. Yeah. So there I stand. And, well, there. I show you the picture now of what I was looking at. Filthy as can be. Chocolate standard poodle. And there's no leash. There's no collar. He's now been at this ramp for at least 3 hours. I thought he was somebody else's dog. And now I'm thinking he got dumped. The dog got dumped. And very friendly. And he's just walking up to me. He's like, hey, can I get in the van? I want to get in the van. And I'm looking at him like, can you jump into the van? I don't know if you can jump in here. So I called Karen, told her to bring Kyle. It's like literally 30-second drive. So they get down there. Long story short is I was going to go back to the house to get the ramp, the dog ramp, so that this dog could get into the van. And after I pulled away, the dog must have figured, oh crap, Karen and Kyle are that's my last chance. So he jumped into the back seat of Karen's car and show up at the house. So now here we are. It is about 9:00 Thursday night at this point, and there's nothing for me to do. I couldn't leave the dog there, right? I mean, it's a black dog. It's getting ready to be sunset. I'm not going to leave the dog there. That's not going to happen. And so Kyle, I, and Karen gave him a hell of a double dose of a bath outside. He knew where to go. It was really weird. He was very friendly, very affectionate. And when we let him out of Karen's car, he just ran right to the gate of the fence, like he owned the place, like he knew what was going on. He went into the backyard and he started doing zoomies. And I'm like, what's going on? And of course, half of me is wondering what's going on. The other half of me is going, this isn't happening, right? This is not happening right now in this moment, right? I can't have another dog. Fluffy hasn't even been in the ground 24 hours. I can't go through this. I'm looking up. I'm looking anywhere. What are you doing to me? The dog is happy. So we gave him a bath, 2 baths. And then what we realized while we had him outside was that he wasn't an outside dog, because he kept going to the back door like, hey, I'm going in. I'm going into the back. So we gave him a bath and he bolted into the house. And, downstairs is where I had Fluffy. I mean, I hadn't even moved Ellie's bed head at this point. And so he's running around downstairs. He's sniffing everything. And he grabs, I think I got a picture of it here somewhere or a video. He grabs this plushie toy that Matthias had gotten for me for Father's Day, because he gives me like the plushie sharks, right? And so this dog grabs it and just decides that this is going to be his toy. So, well, can you do stairs? No problem. He can do stairs. So we get him upstairs. We got him into our shower because we have one of those shower massagers, and that way he can get. So he got another really good bath, because that way you can get him with the warm water and everything like that. And well, there's another picture. He's on the bed. Now again, this is not this is not, this is just not. This is all of the knots. This can't be happening, right? First of all, this has got to be somebody's dog. The plan was obviously take him to the Humane Society in the morning, get the scan, see if he had a chip. That was our plan. But on the other hand, it's like, if he's been dumped and the other owners don't want him, I mean, I already knew it was like, well, I can't. I got another dog. There was just, I can sit there and bitch and complain and be in shock all I want, but there was the other half of my brain that was having to come to realize, come to terms with, I think you might have another dog. So he slept in the bed with Karen. I slept in Matthias's room and woke up the next day. And long story short, found the owner. The owner had been looking for him since the night before. Apparently, now the dog's name is Slim. And apparently what he likes to do during the summer is apparently Slim will go down to the boat ramp and mingle with the fisherman and see if he can get some treats and some fish and whatnot, things like that. And then go back home at some point. Now, he had run off a couple of years ago because there was the guy's last 2 Facebook posts were like 2 years ago, the dog ran off, and last week the dog ran off. So I don't know if the dog would have wandered back home if I wouldn't have decided that we were going to take him. But, there was nobody around. It's a loose dog. He's filthy. And I figured, well, if the owner was looking for him, we'd be able to find him, and we did. So at the end of the day, the owner came and picked him up. Now, during the rest of the day, he's a perfectly good house dog. I don't know if we have video of him playing with this baby or not, but he was on. I had to bring up, there was actually a brand new bed that I had bought. It was too small for Fluffy, so he never used it. And so this dog was laying on it half of the day. Slim was laying on it. He slept a lot during the day because he had a long night. And then the owner came and, we told each other the story. And he was happy. He was like, no, don't worry about it. He was happy that I took him home because, he said usually the dog would have returned, a lot sooner. And now I'm grandpa. So if he ever needs like a dog sitter, well, Slim won't be here visiting, at least until such a time as when I might get another dog or whatever. But that's a long time down the road. But the point is that Fluffy died 12:48 Wednesday. I guess I technically made it 24 hours, but I did not make it a full morning and night without a dog to take care of until Saturday. Because it still had Fluffy Wednesday morning, and I had Slim by Thursday night, had him Friday morning. So it wasn't until Saturday where it was actually a full straight day of just not having a dog to take care of. Craziest thing. Did not, I could have never guessed in a million years that I was going to go down there fishing and come home with a dog. All the years I've been going down there, in all the years we've been going down there, there's never been a stray. Every once in a while somebody show up with their dog, but there's never been a stray all the years that I've been down there. And it just so happens, yeah. So I thought you guys would like that story. That's it. And Kyle and I will be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow with the opening up of the package video, and then we'll either Monday or Tuesday next week we'll show up with a live stream, and then everything starts moving again. I mean, football games start in 6 weeks, so we're just kind of trying to take it a little bit easy. I've been going to bed at like 7:00, and that's it. We're doing okay. You go up, you go down. It is what it is. All right. Appreciate the support, and we'll see you again tomorrow.